An opening to miracles can happen here. So this is a beautiful degree. It's a little bit, could be a little bit scary, like a fun house or a house of horrors, but it's all in how you look at it, and a sense of humor helps, and a sense of adventure helps, and that you can handle anything, and you do it in a calm way. Be Indiana Jones, but not so reactive would be helpful here. Hello, welcome as we continue deep diving into astrology, into psychological profiling, into imagery, symbolism, universal truths as seen through the Sabian degrees of astrology. There are 360. We take a look at 2 each day. Today we're on Sagittarius Gemini 19. We're going to start with Sagittarius. I thank you so very much for being here. Without further ado, let's get to it. Pelicans, menaced by behavior and refuse of men, seek safer areas for bringing up their young. An old abandoned garden, everything under a blanket of ivy. A monstrous sea creature, dead, washed up on the beach. An island where birds thought to be extinct have secretly taken refuge. A man suddenly notices that a woman he's known for a long time is beautiful. The stone for Sagittarius is water agate. It will be in the description along with Gemini's. Water agate gives us courage in battle. It facilitates accuracy, sharpness, precision. It is ideal for athletes. It restores and balances energy and emotions. It aids in us going with the flow. It helps us find humor in any situation. It increases sexual and creative energy, encourages expression of creativity. So a couple things going on here. Number one, living in society with people, it dredges up trash and issues like noise pollution or actual pollution, or somebody doesn't paint their house the color that you like, or they don't trim their tree the way you'd like. And so there's annoyances with living with other people. So this degree is very aware of what other people are doing. And there's the approach that you either live and let live, or you're completely annoyed and you either, rage at the system, or you move to higher ground, you move somewhere else looking for greener grass in hopes that you're going to find it. So on the other hand, we're meant to let the ivy grow. We're meant to let the neighbor be. We're meant to let our partner listen to whatever music they're listening to, because it helps us see the things that are hidden deep within us. The sea monster is the trash in our psyche, the trash in our subconscious that wants to rise to the top. And when we get to Gemini, you'll see that these tie together very clearly. But here we'll focus on the fact that if we let things be, they will work themselves out. And to exercise patience and to maybe, journal about things that annoy you, other than constantly moving or constantly complaining about your neighbor because they play their music too loud. This is dredging up from the psyche. So this could be someone who is into psychotherapy, who is a psychotherapist, or does this for themselves through journaling. Someone who notices wild and crazy things popping up all the time. And so to adopt the idea of humor, just laugh. When something freaky washes up, you just laugh about it first before you rage about it. If you rage about it at all, you let things be, because if you let it be and you have a bad dream and you just don't jump to conclusions, just allow it, write the dream down, sit with it all day, you may come back to it later, most likely you will, at some point hopefully, and you'll notice, oh, this is what that dream was about. Oh, this is why my neighbor is doing this, because this is something within me. When we're going for gold and we're trying to get to the truth of who we are, to find, where are my treasures, where you're gonna dredge up all the crap that's in the way before you get to the treasure. You'll see glimpses of it, and you'll see, you know, sparkly, shiny things, and it's like, oh, yay, and then, you know, it'll dredge up another quote-unquote monster, and you keep doing that until finally you have clarity. So that's what's going on here. So this is a degree that could be a bit scary. You could have a really negative bent where it's like, oh, can't I ever have any peace? Or you just embrace it, let things be, and know that nature will take its course, things will sort themselves out, and that it'll be less wear and tear on you. You will get to the truth of who you are faster if you just let things be. There's not only procreation in the sense of children, but also in making things, or, you know, designing things, whatever it is you create. So being disturbed by that, like, you know, me trying to shoot this video, if the car's running down the street and making noise while I'm trying to do that, that could be one example. There are many, but that's an example of what I'm talking about here. You just flow with it, you let the car go by, and you keep moving. So a sense of humor is helpful. Genuine naturalness, just letting people be as they are, is helpful on this particular degree. It will help put things in balance quicker, which is what we're after here. 19 is a degree of Libra, which is balance. I know we're on Sagittarius, but this particular number is about Libra. So we're looking for balance, and the best way to attain it is through allowing things to naturally just be as they are, go with the flow, and write it down if you must, but know that the things that you're seeing are being brought to the surface so they can be experienced, acknowledged, and then let go. Let's take a look at Gemini. A large archaic volume reveals a traditional wisdom. The golden fleece hanging in a garden. Strange creatures peeking out from behind trees. A book that only allows itself to be opened by certain people. At the tip of Africa, a ship is deciding whether it should go south or north. The stone here is lavender quartz. It encourages balance in all areas of life. It instills inner strength, feelings of hope when most needed. It gives us a sense of protection and tranquility to the mind, body, and the spirit. It rids feelings of low self-esteem. It cleanses the mind of blockages and allows us to feel present. Here we're looking for adventure. We're looking to learn the deepest depths. We want to know the secrets of the universe here. So we're looking for it possibly in old books. The archaic volume revealing traditional wisdom, but you've got to have eyes to see it, because we've got the book that only reveals itself and only opens itself to those who are ready. So knowledge is revealed when we're ready, and truly we are the archaic book. We hold all the keys here, and it's what we're really after when we go searching for adventure, like, you know, Indiana Jones after the temple of whatever, and he's looking for the golden fleece, but what he's really looking for is the golden fleece within. What is the healing coat that takes care of all things? And this is pretty cool. I looked up the golden fleece, and it speaks to adventure and heroism. Jason in the golden fleece, so that's a story you might take a look at if this degree is strong for you. It speaks to overcoming challenges and quests for greatness. We want to know what our greatness is here. So we're looking for adventure, possibly outwardly, but truly what we're after is what is within. So this is someone who's always up for quote-unquote adventure. They may look for it in a book. They may be an avid reader, writer, and researcher looking for the truth in old books, delving into symbolisms and archetypal processes to figure out what is at the root of everything. What is the truth? Where am I? Where am I? What is it? This is this person. Each time we quote unquote touch the illusory golden fleece that we've finally come upon again, and it feels hollow because it's not really what we're after, but we get a little bit closer to what we are after, which is the truth within. It's the gold within, that all things can be healed from within. The fleece, when I looked it up, this was interesting, so I thought I would just add this tidbit. Vitikinesis, it can cure anything that is alive, any living thing, makes grass and flowers, all plants, healthier. It heals mortals and demigods. So it's a beautiful ivory blanket woven with beautiful gold in it. So let's tie it together. So the strange creatures peeking out from behind trees, this is a nod to Sagittarius, and that when we search for the truth of who we are, when we are looking for our gold, why am I here? What is my purpose? We're going to see all the walls that we've built. We're going to see all the creatures that we have created. We're going to see all the quote-unquote bad guys that we have created. In a way, it was for all different reasons, like to be safe, to be accepted, to be loved, blah, blah, blah. You know all the things. But we're meant to wipe all of that away. And by letting things be, by letting the ivy grow, we can get through that muck and mire, those walls and those blockages. We can get to them faster. And it's not a race, but it's a way to get through it with less wear and tear on yourself if you allow the ugliness sometimes to rear its head and just laugh about it and think, oh my goodness, okay, we're going to deal with this and we're going to move on. And you take it in and say, what am I supposed to learn from this? And not everything is your fault. Not everything comes back to you, but a lot of it does. And so when someone else exhibits behavior that's really disturbing, we're like, oh, I can't stand for that. Well, before you say something or do something rash, sit with it for a while, because it may be talking to you very personally, letting you know something about yourself. In your dream, a disturbing dream may tell you something deep within yourself. So that's what's happening here. We're bubbling up deep things in order to get to the gold. The other thing that's really beautiful about this is that if we allow ourselves to have a sense of adventure, if something catches your attention and you're like, hey, that's really interesting, I wonder what that's about, and you go and you look for it. You want to have discernment, of course, because there is a lot of pollution, there's a lot of garbage out there, but listen to your inner guidance when you're doing these searches. And classics are a classic for a reason, so I'm probably going to check out Jason and the Golden Fleece today just because it's on my radar here today. But following that sense of adventure, whether it is going somewhere, I really want to go to Greece, or it's learning something in a book. It could very well just be in a book here today. It can open your eyes to magical things, healing, to truths that you were looking for, that you thought, like you gave up looking for it, and then, there it is, it's in the book. Miracles, an opening to miracles can happen here. So this is a beautiful degree. It's a little bit, could be a little bit scary, like a fun house or a house of horrors, but it's all in how you look at it, and a sense of humor helps, and a sense of adventure helps, and that you can handle anything, and you do it in a calm way. Be Indiana Jones, but not so reactive would be helpful here. So that's what I've got for you today. I thank you so very much for being here. Leave me a comment if these symbols speak to you, if you've had a dream about these, if you have a question. Otherwise, until next time, take care.